If you can hear me, can you please let me know in the chat? If anyone's here and if you can hear me, can you please let me know in the chat? Hi Govardhan, I'm doing good. How are you? Thanks for letting me know, Govardhan. I am planning to come to UK for MSc Data Science. I have 3 years of software development in India. Can you please help me to decide university? I have two offers. One is from London South Bank University. Another university is University of Roehampton. So you do have a good amount of experience. So I think you have good chances of getting into some good universities. I don't know much about. I mean, I can only tell you from the course content perspective, but I don't know much about the learning materials or what are the job prospects uh, from those universities. So that's there. But yeah, if you have the budget, if you can go for some good universities, I would suggest that. But I don't really have much idea about these two universities. But if you want to understand about the course content, you can put this question in the comments. I will look into it and I will let you know once this live Q&A is over. Hello, I have received an offer from University of York for data science. Do you know anything about the course there? I know that the university is good, but I am a bit worried. Um, I do have a list where I have noted down like the course content about each and every university, and the course content for University of York is fine. They are covering all the required modules, which whatever module or whatever concepts you need to learn to get into data science. So for that, yes, it is good, and overall the university is good. So yeah, that's there. And York as a city is very beautiful. So I have been there twice, and I really enjoyed my visit there. So that is again something. I was looking at Transformers paper and got a notification that you're live. Just a casual visit to your YouTube site. No worries. You can check out some of the videos if you like. And if you have any question, you can always ask here in live Q&A. I always go live on Saturdays, 12 p.m. UK time. So if you have anything, you can always come here and ask. And yeah, Transformer is getting quite a lot of popularity these days. Almost all those large language models, they are based on transformers, and since the transformer has come, it has actually revolutionized the whole AI world. So yeah, it's a good paper. You should certainly read about it. I read that paper quite a while back, so I don't exactly remember the details and technicalities. So yeah, because right now I'm working on a lot of different things, so I need to pick up different things based on my job. But yeah, whenever I get some time, I usually go back to those papers and I read. But right now I don't have time, so I would really like to go back to that paper because yeah, uh, that is something which is a major thing in the world of deep learning and AI. You're welcome, Arya. Are there any part-time jobs in IT? Since I already have experience. So yes, there are part-time jobs for software developers, maybe for data scientists as well. And there are a lot of internships available. So those are the things which you can do. I did my internship when I was doing my master's. There were few people from my batch. They were also able to find internships. There was another person from advanced computing batch, and he was also able to find a part-time job in one of the good companies. So in IT as a software developer. So yeah, there are jobs, but again, competition is quite high. So not everyone will be able to get it. But if you try enough hard, I think you should be able to find something. Noted, true. I also referred some of my friends to your LinkedIn profile. If you see any opening in your company, please don't mind to refer them. Yeah, sure. If there's any opening, I will put that on my LinkedIn. I will make a post or something. So if they see and if they're interested, they can always reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to refer them. So yeah. I'm coming to London. What are the things I should take care here from India only, like accommodation and any paperwork? So yes, you should figure out about your accommodation because that is important. And there are a lot of rental crisis and stuff. Maybe not too much for students, but yeah, for professionals it is. But still, if you want to find something affordable, then you need to make sure that you book your accommodation well in advance. So that is very important. Paperwork, I think you should keep different type of, like, the photocopies of different IDs. But if you take your passport, which you will obviously take, you should be covered. And after coming here, you will get your BRP, and that is something which you will use in almost every process. So that is there. um, Maybe you would want to bring your passbook or something like that from your Indian bank account, because for initial few days you might need those, but once you get your account open here in the UK, you should be fine. There are not a lot that you would want to do. Just accommodation is probably the most important one, and yes, of course, your flights, and yeah, the visa that you will get, make sure to bring that. So yeah, that's there. Yeah, I remember one question I asked my placement team about the internship, like the one you were doing. They said that it's not possible to do internship. Like you did. What? Which university? Hey Roshan, how have you been? I'm doing good, Ayush. How are you? Are you talking about Newcastle University, Govardhan? Hi Ashutosh. Coventry. Yeah, maybe they don't allow. I don't know. Uh, Different universities have different kind of requirements. They do things in a different way. So that's there. So maybe you can just find a internship separately from your dissertation. So you can do one project as dissertation, and then you can also do your internship. So yeah, glad to hear that. I'm doing good as well. That's good to know. You got anything planned for the weekend? Today I have this live session, and then maybe I will work on a video or two today so that I can record it tomorrow. So that's what my plan is. Could you give insight on remote jobs, like what it will take to get remote job in UK? Do you need visa and permission to do that? So there's one way which I can think of is if you go to Upwork, and then you can look for the clients who are based in the UK, if you are specifically interested in UK, and then you can start working with them, and they pay really good, and you don't really need any visa and stuff. So that's there. And maybe if they like your work and if they want to hire you full time, then probably they can also offer you sponsorship if they are on the approved list, and from there you might be able to get a sponsorship as well. But yeah, that is one way which I can think of. But most of the company, even if they provide you remote work, they would expect you to live in the UK. So that's there. I'm studying at Coventry. Yes, yes, that was my next plan, and I am checking with different companies. Yeah, so if university doesn't allow you to take your internship project as your dissertation, so the other option is to do them separately. By the way, I got interview in one German uni which had no tuition fee last week, but they didn't clear my application. In interview, they asked quite a lot of questions from linear algebra and computer vision. Okay, I don't really have much idea about the admission process for the German universities, but of course, if they don't really have any tuition fee They would want to make sure that the kind of students they are taking in are capable enough. But the thing is, if it's a if they're offering a course for data science, and if someone wants to do a data science course, and if they already know all these concepts, why would they want to go for master's course, right? But if the questions were basic, in that case, yes, one should have basic understanding of various concepts if they want to do masters, because masters is a course which is built upon um existing knowledge. It is not something which you would take to learn something from scratch. But yeah, it totally depends on what type of questions they ask, what was the level of those questions. But yeah, but I hope you got a good experience and you understood about the complexity of the problems and what type of questions they ask and on in which areas you need to work out. So yeah, I think it was a good experience for you. Which language to choose, Python or R for data science? I already have basic exposure to Python. I would say Python is a good place to start. Most of the companies they use Python quite extensively. R is mainly used in universities and also in research oriented companies, but most of the companies they like to use Python. So I would say if you choose Python, you wouldn't go wrong. From where are you reading questions? I am reading it on my tab on my screen. So I'm doing this live on my tab. So on this side of the screen, I'm getting all the questions. So I will be applying my visa for the UK next month. Yeah, that's good. All the best, Ayush. Exactly. I was thinking the same. Why would I know concepts of computer vision? My mistake was I applied to specialization in computer vision, MSc Computer Science. There are few universities in Germany which have data science courses. Yeah, different universities have different type of requirements, so we can't really do much about it. All we can do is prepare ourselves well. During masters, can I learn mathematics for it simultaneously, or should I start preparing for it from now? You can learn mathematics for data science during your masters. Most of the universities they do cover mathematical concepts, but I think if you have a bit of understanding about it beforehand, that will certainly help you. And in the UK, the masters is for 1 year, so everything will be going on quite fast. So if you have some knowledge, if you have some understanding beforehand, it will help you quite a lot. What are all the maths topics needed me to be covered as a data science student? So the main topics that you would want to brush up on or to learn will be starting with probability and statistics, because in your data analysis and hypothesis testing, whatever you will do, um, you will use quite a lot of statistical concepts. So I would say starting with statistics would be a good start. After that, you need to know probability, linear algebra, matrix manipulation, calculus. These are the topics which are used in various machine learning and deep learning algorithms. So if you cover all these topics, I think you should be covered. I'm practicing Python from Code War. Is it decent to practice Python on lead code or code wars? You can choose any platform. All the platforms are fine. It's just that the UI and the way you execute your program is different, and they display different kind of information to you. Some websites, they just tell you you have passed all the test cases. Some website or some platforms, they tell you the code execution time and the kind of complexity you have in your program, and where your program ranks among all the other participants. So there are different type of information different platforms give. So you just need to see which one you prefer. I prefer lead code, but there is nothing wrong in going for code wars as well. If you like their UI, if you like the way you execute your program there, so it's totally fine. Can you please list major mathematics concepts to start with? I think I just mentioned all the topics which you need to brush up on. So yeah, those are the topics which you can cover before starting your masters. Yeah, the link to the Telegram group and also the Discord server will be in the description. So whatever announcements are there, I usually do those announcements in Telegram group and also on Discord server. So whichever you feel convenient, you can join. Today we have very few people, and also the chat is kind of silent today. I started learning Python since last week, and right now, after taking some lectures, I am practicing fundamentals right now on Code Wars. Yeah, that's a good way to take it, because the sooner you start practicing, the better it will be. Yeah, so you should be able to get up to speed with Python quite soon, I would say, if you already have some experience about other programming languages. But even if you don't have, Python is relatively easy to learn. So yeah, that's there. Yeah, that's very important to have fun with the programming language, because if you don't enjoy it, then there is no point in going ahead with that. So I personally like to code, or I personally like to solve problems using Python programming or any programming language, uh, because I take that particular problem as a game. So in a game, you take different steps to reach a particular destination or to complete a particular task. Just like that, I break down a problem statement into several sections, and I tackle each different problem one by one. And sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. So it's all about trying different things and trying to optimize it in a better way. So yeah, even I enjoy doing that quite a lot. Now I don't usually get that much time, but back in 2015, 14, 15 till 18, 19, I guess, I used to, whenever I used to get bored or something, I just used to go to Lead Code or any other programming platform and solve one or two problems because it was just fun. So yeah, it's always fun to do those things. So I was watching your statistical concepts in your page, currently practicing on it. Are you planning to start any new series of teaching related to data science? It would be helpful for the learners. Yes, I will do it. The thing is, in my current role, I'm very new to it and I'm learning a lot about businesses. We have a lot of tools, we have a lot of different teams, so they're all working on a lot of different things. So I'm interacting with them quite a lot, and then it's a big organization, so you have to do quite a lot of data protection, anti-harassment, those kind of courses. So yeah, that is something which is taking quite a lot of my time. Once I am much more comfortable with all the things which whatever is going on around me, I think I will again start creating tutorials. So statistics part is done. I think so. Maybe I will make a data analysis project video to complete that statistical series. And after that, probably I will move on to machine learning or deep learning, something like that. Yeah, so that is the plan. It's just about getting sufficient time for that, because those kind of things take quite a lot of time, because I first need to prepare notebook, and then I need to mark down all the topics that I need to cover in a particular video. And I like to keep videos to be short, around 10 to 15 minutes, because if sometimes videos are of 20 minutes or 30 minutes, people usually don't like to watch. They just feel like, ah, this is going to take quite a lot of time, I will probably watch this next time. So you don't feel motivated to watch longer videos. So it's important for me to divide the topics into proper chunks, and also I'm not skipping on anything. So it's important to have a balance between both of these. So it takes quite a lot of planning, but yeah, I have a plan to create more videos related to those things. And I always like to have feedback. So if you have gone through some of the videos, if you have any feedback, if you have any constructive criticism, I will take it, because that's how we help each other. I'm providing you with the learning content, you can provide me with your feedback. If there's something which I can improve, I'm always open to do those kind of things. Yeah, so that's the plan. Hi bro, I have received offer letter from University of East Anglia in Norway. Does the city matter while choosing university? Does it impact while searching for full-time job opportunities? So the thing is, most of the interviews, they are online, so you don't really have to physically go to the office to attend those interviews. So you can literally attend interview from anywhere. So I think that's there. But the thing is, when you submit a application, you should also submit your cover letter, and in that cover letter you should clearly mention that you are willing to relocate to any location. And also, if possible, in your resume you can somehow fit that statement. That would be really helpful, because sometimes companies, they look for people who are in close proximity to the company. So if a company is, let's say, in Newcastle, so they would want you to be close to Newcastle, maybe in Durham or Sunderland, so those closer by areas. So if you are living in, let's say, London, and or let's say you are living in Newcastle and you found a job in London, or you are applying for a job in London, you should clearly mention that you are willing to relocate to London or any other location. So yeah, that is something which you should do, and if you do that, it doesn't really matter where you are living. So I have done SQL, and what should I do after Python before starting my masters in data science? Once you've done your Python programming, you should watch the playlist that I have created about statistics. That will give you a good idea about how we use statistics in data science, because most of the statistical videos which are available on YouTube, they cover the core statistical part, and from a maths perspective and not exactly from data science perspective. So I have tried to explain the concepts, and then we have also executed those things in Python environment, so that you will feel like, yes, this mathematical concept or this statistical concept can be used in data science in a particular way. So yeah, you can follow that statistics playlist, and it should not take much time to follow that. Yeah, exactly. It's pretty much like solving a puzzle. Yep. Roshan, have you covered statistics for data science analysis for the basic level in your videos? Yes. So like I told you, it's available. So you can go to the playlist section, and you can find statistics for data science. In that place, you will be able to find all the videos. My comments are getting deleted. Are you able to see them? I can see this one. If you are pasting any links or something, probably it will get deleted, because YouTube doesn't allow to paste links in the comment uh, from viewer side. If I paste some link in the comments, yes, it will display it. But if viewers are pasting any link in the comments, it just doesn't show it to me. Even if I go to my personal account and if I try to paste a link in the chat, it won't show. So that is there. But yeah, I'm reading all the comments which I can see. So yeah, good to know what's going on in your work environment. You got a lot in your plate. Thanks for the update. Yeah, I like to keep myself busy, so that's there. But still, I also like this community that we have created here. So I always try to figure out how I can help the community, and what all things I can do. So recently I've created a video on Bard versus ChatGPT. If you want to learn data science, how you can use those tools to extract most out of them. They are really good at explaining concepts. They are really good at generating code for you. They are really good at outlining what topics you need. So if you want to watch that video, it will be there on the channel. I would highly suggest you to check out that video. You maybe you will get an idea how you can use that particular tool to act as a teacher for you. So yeah, that is again something which I have covered, and I will be covering more such tools which can help us learn data science. And also I will be making those videos for sure about various concepts in data science. MSc in data science की assignments UK में copy कर सकते हैं, removing plagiarism. MSc in data science के assignments, um I did not quite catch your question, so if you could probably paraphrase it again, so probably I'll be able to answer your question. Roshan, could you ask the chat, where are all the people going to unis in the UK if they are going for masters in the UK? This intake. So yeah, everyone, whoever is here, if you're going for masters in the UK, which university you're joining or planning to join, please let us know in the chat. Probably you will be able to find some more connections. And also Ayush, you can ask this in Telegram group. There we have around 600 members. So most of them are trying to go to UK for masters in various universities. So probably you will be able to connect with them and plan ahead. So yeah, that would be a great place to do so. We had another Telegram group last year. We had more than 1,000 members there, but some people started posting those torrent links for various courses, and I think somebody just raised that, and somebody reported it as spam. Not exactly the messages, but they reported the group as spam, and then that group was closed, so I had to create another one. So now I have made a kind of a strict rule so that people don't post anything, because it will be hard for me to keep on creating new groups and asking people to join there. So yeah, but then we have 600 people now, so it's a good community. Would you be available for one-on-one call for like 30 minutes? Yes, Ritik. You can join the channel membership, and there you will find a link. Using that link, you can find my availability and you can book whatever time suits you. So we can always have conversation there. And one more reason why I am not able to make videos more frequently is my main laptop, my personal laptop. It is not in working condition. So I have another second laptop which is like almost 10 years old now, and also it is not very highly spec'd. So it just becomes really hard to do anything in that. Sometimes it just goes shut down in the middle of video processing or even recording a video. So it makes things very hard. So if I can record video on my tab and then edit it on my laptop, that is fine. But still, if a video is short, yes, it is possible. But when you make tutorials, you usually cover quite a lot of things and then you cut down to a short version of it, and that's why that laptop is just not able to handle anything. So I'm just waiting for my laptop to get back to working state, and then probably I will be able to make more videos. So as there is ChatGPT and Bard available, working really well, especially in the now, coding part 2 now. Do you think universities like Newcastle University, who have their assessment model as coursework, will they change their assessment model to coursework and assignments? Mm, Maybe universities will change, or they can adapt all these tools. So what universities will do, I don't know, but yeah, it will be good to see what universities will come up with, because now you can ask ChatGPT to write code. But the thing is, if you don't know coding properly, or if you don't know a particular programming language properly, and if you ask ChatGPT or Bard to generate a code, they will generate, and you copy paste. If it works, well and good. But if it does not, that's when the major problem comes in. Because if you think ChatGPT is trained on very older data, and all these packages which we use in Python programming or any other programming language, they get updated quite often. So they might appreciate a function, or they might change the syntax completely. So in that case, if you are not very familiar with the concepts or the kind of error that you are getting and what you need to search for on the internet, it will become very hard to use those tools. So to be able to use those tools, you need to be good at programming. So that's what I would suggest anyone. So I think if universities see this from that perspective, I think they will be fine in students to be able to use those tools. But maybe if they want to just stop the uses of those tools, they can do that as well. So yeah, I don't know what they will do, but it will be good to see. If I go for masters data science in UK without much knowledge related to subject like Python, SQ and statistic, but still wish to clear pass my masters, I have more focus on Power BI and Excel. It is possible to do it, but you'll have to still put in quite a lot of effort because there is no master's program where they just cover Power BI and Excel. So there will be a lot of assignments that you need to cover. You can always ask help from your batchmates, they might be able to help you, but you can't really copy code or you can't really ask one or two-person to just help you with everything. You will ultimately have to do those things on your own, but I would still say that it is possible to do it. um, if you learn like Python basics, you should be fine. And as for statistics, I think it is important to know statistics, is because even if you want to use Excel or Power BI to do your data visualization analysis, you will need to know that what type of distribution the data is showing, and if you have to, let's say, do any hypothesis testing or something like that, you need to be good at those statistical concepts. It's just that, but the thing is, there are many companies where you want to be Power BI developer, so you can be, and maybe in that case you won't need a lot of Python programming or statistical concepts. So that's there. But if you learn these concepts, you will just increase your horizon, and you will have much more opportunities. Which laptop do you use currently? So I have XMG Neo 15. So, and if you want to know the specs, uh, it's Ryzen 9 and 16 gigs of RAM, 3070 RTX 3070. So those are the main specs that you can find in that laptop. But actually, I imported that laptop from Germany, so I could just configure all the configurations, and I was able to get what I wanted. But now the problem is I have issue with my laptop and I can't get it serviced from XMG, is because they are based in Germany, and if I have to get it serviced, I'll have to send my laptop to them and then they will service it, and then they will send the laptop back to me, and for that I will have to pay custom charges because now UK is not part of EU. So there are a lot of different things. I'm trying to get things done in a lot of different ways. So I'll see what works out best. Top university in UK for MSc in data science. I think I missed one question. Is BSc data science jobs are available in UK? Yes, there are jobs. Most of the universities, they don't really ask you to have a master's degree. You can always apply to those companies with your bachelor's degree. So yes, if you do your bachelor's or BSc in data science in the UK, you should be able to find a job. Now coming to your next question, which is top university in UK for MSc data science. So I would say University of Edinburgh, University Manchester is good, and then LSC is again a very good university. So those are some of the universities which I can say are good. University of Glasgow is also good. Imperial College London, University of Manchester I already mentioned. So those are some of the top tier universities. What's the scope of business analytics in UK and what skills and technologies are needed beforehand? Uh, there are a lot of jobs related to business analytics, so that's there. I will share a video link in the chat. So I have made a video about what all skills you need to be a business analyst in the UK. So that video should give you good idea about all the skill sets that you might need. So this is the link that you can follow to check out that video. Is data science without a language like Python, Java, etc.? Is data science without a language like Python, Java, etc.? Mm, I did not quite catch your question, so if you could probably paraphrase it and ask it again, I will answer that question. Oh, why didn't you go got the HP, Omen, or Lenovo Legion with the same spec? So that's the thing. I didn't get that spec when I was looking for, because when I got my laptop, it was still kind of a COVID time, and that time also there was quite a lot of shortage of those SOCs. So because of that, in the UK, it was hard to find certain specification, and my older laptop, it was just out of commission already, so I had to get something quite soon. And also the thing about these companies is like they do give you the specification, but when you look quite deeper into that, like their thermal drop hour, TDP, and those kind of things, they are quite low, so they just restrict the processor to certain power consumption, and you don't really get the full power of the processor, even if they say that this is i7 or Ryzen 9 or something like that. So you will see, or you will feel like, okay, this is the processor I'm getting, and this is the best processor in the market in this particular price range, so I should just get it. But when you look quite deeply, it's just like very restricted. So most of the laptops which I was able to find, they were very much undervolted, or they were restricted on the kind of power they can draw. So yeah, that was the reason. Why you not use iMac, which is excellent? I'm not a big fan of Mac system, and also there are a lot of data science related applications. For example, Power BI, they don't really work very well with Mac environment, or Apple environment, I should say. So yeah, that was the main reason why I didn't go for iMac. How much value does our bachelor degree hold from India, like BSc or BTech degree from India? Could that help us find an internship job in UK? If you have a very good college or university name on your resume, yes, that will help you. And also, if you have a relevant degree, it will help you for sure. So yes, it does matter what type of bachelor's you have done, but ultimately the most amount of weightage or the importance will be given to your master's degree. But After that, yes, they will look at what was your background, what was your bachelor's in. So yeah. What's the difference between MSc and MTech? There is not much difference. MTech is just used in India, whereas MSc is used in other part of the world. People will try to say that MSc is more like um, theoretical or practical, depending on in which location you are doing it, and MTech is more towards technical stuff, which could be true on paper. But if you're doing your masters in India, it will be MTech. If you're doing your masters outside India, it will be MSc. So it's just that. And also in most of the countries, MSc is for 2 years or 1.5 years, but MTech in India is always going to be for 2 years. So those are the basic differences. There is nothing much difference in that. I have offer from Leeds, Lancaster, and Bath for data science. What should be the preference? If I had to pick, I would go for Bath, and after that, maybe Leeds, and then Lancaster. So that would be my priority list. Yeah, that's true. I used to be a gamer. I used to have a rogue streaks myself. Yeah, I like to play games, but it's been a while. I haven't played much of PC games. I still do play some mobile games because if you get some time when you are about to sleep at night, you are in bed, you can just take out your phone, you can play for some time, and then you can sleep. So that's what I do. And before this, I was not into mobile gaming. I never liked that. I used to like playing on my PC. I used to like to play on my laptop. But now, because of time crunch, I like to play on my phone now. And there are some really good games like Genshin Impact, if you have heard about. And now recently a new game has come, Honkai Impact, or no, sorry, Honkai Star Rail. Honkai Impact is the older one. So those are the games which I play now. They're not very uh, intensive games. They are quite light and you can play them on phone. But for phone, they are quite heavy. Genshin Impact now takes storage of around 7 to 8 GB or something, or maybe more. I don't know. But yeah, those are the kind of games which I play now. Data science and AI comes without languages, or languages are compulsory. Without any programming language, you can't really do much about data science or AI. You will have to write code. So yes, without a programming language, it would be next to impossible to do those kind of things. I won't say impossible is because everything is possible in today's world. So maybe somebody would have developed something where you don't have to write any code and you will be able to do different kind of use cases. But yes, in my knowledge, it is next to impossible. Do you play PC games like CSGO or Call of Duty or offline games? Yeah, like told you, I used to play. I have played CSGO. I have played Call of Duty. It used to be fun, but now it has reduced quite a lot. How to prepare for data science interview? Very perfectly. Uh, how to prepare for data science interview? So there are several ways. You can use various tools like ChatGPT or Bard. They are really good at giving you an outline. You can ask them. You can copy and paste the job description, and you can ask them what type of skills I need, and it will tell you the kind of skills you would need. After that, you can ask, I'm trying to prepare for an interview, what type of questions I might get. So you can prepare for those questions. And apart from that, you can brush up on your concepts. You should be very well aware of limitations of all the machine learning algorithms and deep learning algorithms. You need to know the working of them, if not the mathematical equations. So those are the kind of things that you need to prepare. And also from statistics, you need to know various concepts like hypothesis testing and different kind of testing, A/B testing. So yeah, those are the things which you need to uh, cover before you appear for any kind of data science interviews. Is your company in your company are there graphic design jobs? There might be, because they design quite a lot of tools. So 3D modeling, yes, they do. So maybe I would just assume that there will be graphic design jobs as well. How much did applied AI course help you in completing your job and getting a job? I think it's like completing your masters and getting a job. So yes, applied AI course helped me quite a lot. I had a very good understanding about various AI concepts, various machine learning, deep learning, data analysis, EDA, those kind of things. So as soon as I used to get assignments in my university, I used to start working on them. I didn't have to go through all the learning materials which they provided. So I used to start working on assignments, and then parallelly I used to go through the learning materials which university had provided. So it saved quite a lot of time for me. I would say it really helped me quite a lot. And also uh, I used to refer my own notes, which I created using applied AI course. So whenever I had to attend any interview, I used to go through my notes, and they helped me quite a lot. So if you want to download that notes, you can find the link in the description. So everyone has access to that particular notes, and I personally think it's a good one, and I have got quite a lot of positive feedback about my data science notes, so I hope it will help you. How are semesters distributed in the UK? Like, as there are 3 semesters in a year in the university in UK. So if you are coming for September intake, from September till December, it will be your first semester, and then by the end of uh, January, you will start your second semester, and it will go till end of March. And from April, you will start working on your dissertation, and that will end by the end of August. So that's how the semesters are divided. Yeah, Genshin Impact is a cross-platform game. Yes, it is. So, but then there are a lot of different team members in that, so you have to choose those team members. So, because of which I am not really comfortable in playing that game on my laptop, so I prefer to use mobile phone. But yes, it is a cross-platform game, and you can really play it on any device. Is senior data scientist jobs permanent? Yes and no, because there are a lot of senior data scientist jobs which are contract based, and there are a lot of senior data scientist jobs which are permanent. So it totally depends on company to company. Yeah, so there are different type of jobs. Can you please share some good courses, free, paid, to learn Power BI and cloud computing for data science? For Power BI, I think I would suggest you to follow a YouTube channel which is Guy in a Cube. They have a really good videos about Power BI. So whenever I have some queries or issues with Power BI, if I want to learn something, I go to that channel and I usually able to find something. So I think that would be a really good place to learn Power BI. Cloud computing, if you want to learn AWS, I think it's AWS Learning. It's a dedicated website where you can find a lot of free resources. So there is a whole data science course which is specifically designed for AWS. So there you will be able to learn about AWS techniques and also various data science concepts. What is applied AI course? Is this a separate degree or course? It's just a certificate course. It's not a degree. They used to be quite affordable, around 30,000 Indian rupees, but now they have merged with Scalar, and now I think it costs around 2 lakh Indian rupees or something like that. So it's just a certificate course. By the way, Roshan, what happens if you fail in a single module in the UK while doing your master's? So you get another chance to appear for that module, and if you are able to clear that, it's totally fine. But again, it depends on university how they would want to handle. In Newcastle University, if you flunk in one module and if you retake it and if you pass, I think they don't mention that on your degree, so that's a good thing. But it might be different for other universities. I don't know, so I won't generalize it. But yeah, that's how it goes. If you fail in one module, you can always take them the next time. What is cloud computing and mathematics? Explain. Are there demand for cloud computing in UK? So cloud computing is like using all the computing resources on the cloud. So for example, you might be having a laptop, you have certain amount of RAM, you have certain amount of disk space, and you might be using some graphics, you might be using some processors. So it is there on your system. It's a local system, it's a hardware that you own. But nowadays, if you want to do data analysis or data science stuff, it requires quite a lot of computing resources, and you cannot always buy those computing resources. So you can go to various cloud platforms like AWS, GCP, Azure, and you can use those resources to do your data analysis, and you can pay the company for the amount of resources that you are using. So that's just cloud resources. You are just using someone else's laptop from your own laptop. So it's that. And mathematics, I think it's quite simple. It's like linear algebra, calculus, probability, statistics. So if you have, you might have studied all these concepts in your 10 plus 2 10th, those kind of uh, classes. Are there demand for cloud computing in the UK? So yes, I think there is a lot of demand for cloud engineers in not only in UK, they are in demand in almost all parts of world. Is because nowadays most of the companies are moving towards cloud computing. They don't want to own these hardware resources on site. They can just pay as they go. So yeah, most of the companies, they are moving towards cloud infrastructure. So that's why they do need cloud engineers or cloud computing engineers, whatever you like to call them, so that they can handle that kind of infrastructure in a company. Bro, how to talk with one to one? So you can join channel membership, and then you can, once you join channel membership, you will be able to find a link. Using that link, you can schedule a one to one session with me. We are over 1 hour now, so if we don't have any more questions, I will end the stream. And yeah, if you still have any other questions, you can always ask them in the comments. We have one more question. Have you seen anyone failing in MSc Data Science course in Newcastle University? Yes, I have. So there were multiple people who failed. Bro, here in India, which type of project to do in data science to get selected for interviews? Um, The kind of approach, there are two different kind of approach that you can take. The first approach will be, if you are sure that you want to get into certain sector, it could be financial sector, let's say, do projects related to that sector, and that increases your chance to get interview calls from those kind of companies if you apply to those companies. That is one thing. The next approach is, if you're not sure which sector you want to go into, you do different projects from different sectors, and then create a resume and then apply to those companies. So those are the two different approaches. I think the first one is much more specialized, and I think it will have more chances of getting calls. Now, what type of projects to do? To start with, I think a good data analysis project would be good. So take a data set, and create certain problems that you want to solve, business problems. So let's say you have a financial data set, you want to understand how the company is doing and compare their y to y, and then quarter to quarter, month to month from previous year, the kind of earning and the profit that they have made, if there's loss, that kind of things. What type of products they are selling the most, and in which sector or in which department they are doing very well. So those kind of questions you can answer. You can think about various kind of questions and try to answer those questions. So that could be a really good data analysis project. After that, you can do a project where you're trying to build a predictive model. So you can predict anything. You can use machine learning, you can use deep learning, and I would also suggest you to use some kind of hosting platform. Streamlit is a popular one. It helps you to host your machine learning model quite easily, and you can share it with your um, hiring manager. So that would be a good project. After that, you have covered like data analysis, you have covered machine learning as well. Um, the other thing is, probably if you want to do something in dashboarding, you can use Power BI or Tableau. So that could be another good project. So those are the kind of projects that you can do, and it will give you a very good and diverse portfolio, so that you can show that you have done or you have covered all the aspects of data science, and that would strengthen your portfolio for sure. What about breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Is it affordable in hotel? What do you do by own or you eat in hotel? So if you want to eat outside, it's very expensive. You will easily spend around 15 pounds for one meal, and you don't want to do that. So yes, I usually cook at home, and I don't eat outside often. What happens to those people who fail in MSc course, and especially if there are international students? So I don't know what happens to them because I haven't been in touch with them. So I don't really know. But it might be a good question to ask those people, if I am able to find how to contact them. In Newcastle, is it Python or R? Also, the course is very demanding mathematically, like deriving equations and all, or is it more practical? It's more practical. You don't really dig too much deeper into mathematical stuff, and they do use Python and R both. So for your initial few modules for data analysis and data management and statistical concepts, they use R, and once you jump into machine learning and deep learning, there you will be using Python programming language. What's the age limit to do MSc data science? There is no age limit. In my batch, there were people uh, from 25 years to even younger. So 22, 23 till 40, 45 plus. So there is no age limit to that. What is electronics system course? So in electronics, you will learn more about the hardware stuff. So as a computer scientist or as a computer science student, you learn more about the software part, how to create OS, how to create different softwares, how to create websites. When you do electronics, you learn more about the hardware which is there in your laptop. So you have different type of SoCs, so you learn about their architecture, how it is being used, what type of cores are there. Different cores have different kind of architecture, so you learn about those kind of things. So that's all about electronics. I think we have answered quite a lot of questions today. So yeah, I will end the stream now and I will see you guys next Saturday, 12 p.m. UK time. So yeah, we are getting more questions now. I just don't feel right to leave questions unanswered, so I will take these questions as well. Are there any chances that cash is not issued even after getting unconditional offer? Um, I don't think so. You should get your cash after getting unconditional offer, but if there is a requirement that you need to pay the initial deposit to get your cash letter, and if you don't pay your initial deposit, then you may not get cash letter. So that might be something you need to look into. But if you have unconditional offer, you should be able to get your cash letter. How is University College Cork, Ireland? It's a good university. When I was looking into Ireland and when I was trying to apply to the universities, I had applied to University College Cork. So yes, it's a good one. Have you got your job back? Yes, it's been almost 2 months now, I guess. So yes, I have got a new job. Alright guys, before we get any more questions, I will end the stream now and I will see you guys next Saturday 12 p.m. UK time. Have a great weekend and happy learning.